Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24. And today we're going to go through the 2025 World Series between the Houston Astros and the Philadelphia Phillies. Now I know technically at the end of the last episode I spoiled who won and what happened with the series, but in case you want to watch it anyway or you just don't know, stick around because it was a wild World Series. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as it'll be the Astros and the Phillies, which is actually a rematch in the World Series from just a few years ago in 2022, where the Astros took it in 6 games over the Phillies. The Astros are back in the World Series. You know, they've been a staple of this for the past decade. I mean, they've been in, essentially, this is their 5th World Series in the past 10 years, which is pretty incredible. But they're going up against a Phillies team that won 100 games this year. They won 162. They are 2-time World Series champions. Have not won it, though, since 2008, so trying to win their first title in 17 seasons. They are a pretty solid squad up and down the board as they defeated the Dodgers, the Reds, to get here. While the Astros defeated all the way from the wild card round the Guardians, the Twins, and the Blue Jays. But usually how we do is we simulate the first games, we watch the elimination games, and in game 1, the Phillies won 8-4 despite a good effort from the Astros to bring it back in the 9th. It was not enough as Trey Turner went huge, as well as a bunch of other Phillies. Game 2, Philadelphia wins 6-0. Only 3 hits allowed from the Fightin' Phils, as it was a good pitching performance from Ranger Suarez, going to complete game shutout. And then in game 3, going over to Houston, the Phillies win 4-3. So they take a 3-0 lead going into this series, which means every game from now on we will watch because we have hit the elimination point. And we'll see what happens starting off with Game 4 here in Houston at Minute Maid Park. So let's get into the action. Phillies have a chance to sweep the Astros and get a very good taste of revenge on the away turf. Or can the Astros extend this back? No team has ever come back from down 3-0 in a World Series. The Astros looking to be the first ones. But in this elimination game, on the mound for the Astros will be the lefty Framber Valdez at home, wearing the blues. You can see the raucous crowd in the background, the towels flying. And the top of the first, a one-on Rojas gets a nice hit here down the left field line as a runner will be sent home. And just like that, the Phillies will get an early lead. An RBI double from Rojas thanks to the speedy Trey Turner. On the mound for Philadelphia will be Andrew Painter, making his second start here in the postseason. It was a good first one. Only 1 run allowed in 6 1/3, and with the first batter, Altuve, he's going to get on board to start the day. Nice effort there by Turner, but leadoff man is on. And 2 batters later, Yordan Alvarez at the plate. He's going to golf this one deep to right center field, and it's going to clear the fence. So the Phillies get 1 in the top of the first. The Astros respond with 2. A 2-run shot from Alvarez. It is 6th home run of the postseason. He has been electric at getting the Astros to this point, and Houston takes an early lead here in the first inning. Going out to the top of the 4th, both pitchers starting to settle in here. As you can see, Valdez will get through the top of the 4th, and then the bottom of the 4th, Painter, he's going to get him to go 1, 2, 3. So after a chaotic first inning for both pitchers, both Painter and Valdez settling down in this one. As we go top 5 here, 2 down for Turner, and he draws a walk. So he put the fastest runner on first base, thanks to the walk from Framber Valdez. Johan Rojas up next, and Turner, well, he's going to steal second just like he does. You got him in scoring position now. Big hit from Rojas is needed, and he will deliver down the right field line and fair. That'll score Turner with ease. An RBI single for Rojas is a great throw. Will gun him down at second. We're all tied up at 2 apiece. Wander Suero will come into this game for the Astros. Interesting move. It has not been a good postseason for him, but he has Stott up at the dish here, and Suero will at least get through the 7th inning. Go down bottom 7. First batter Ryan McMahon, acquired earlier this season in a trade, and he gets plunked. Painter going deep into this ball game, loses command on that pitch, and that'll actually do it for him. So Anthony Dominguez will come in now, but inherits the runner on first base. The next batter is Alex Verdugo, and he'll slap this one through the left side of the infield. A nice hit and run works to perfection as McMahon will get all the way to third base. And now you got runners in the corners, nobody out. Good chance here for the Astros, but a nice strikeout there from on McCormick will set up the double play. Can Dominguez get through the inning unscathed? He will not. Joey Loperfido, the rookie, splits the left center gap, and that's big damage. 1 run scores. The second will as well, and the Astros take a 4-2 lead off the 2 RBI double from Loperfido. To the top of the lineup, now 2 down. Pena grounds over to third, and that will end the inning, but the Astros now take a 4-2 lead. Top 8, Josh Hader on the mound now for the Stros, and he will walk Rojas with 2 down, which sets up a nice spot for Bryce Harper. It is lefty versus lefty. Hader deals, and a shot through the infield will be a base hit. The Phillies keep the inning alive, trying to bring this one back. Runners on the corners. Nick Castellanos, big spot, 0-2, and he strikes out. Hader gets him through. 4-2 game going into the ninth. And look who's on the mound for the Phillies. Chris Martin will come in and relieve. That's a former Athletic who we sent over at the deadline. He's tasked with getting through the 8th, and, well, he will do just that. So good job for Martin, who's had a good postseason for the Phils. Going into the 9th, though, it's time to slam the door, and it's 2-time reigning reliever of the year in the American League, Brian Abreu, who's become one of the best, if not the best, closers in baseball. He strikes out Bohm to begin the 9th, first one down. How about the 6-hitter, Gio Urshela, another former Athletic, 1 for 3 on the day. He's going to pop this one up deep into right field where Tucker will get underneath it. So the game will come down to the 7-hole hitter in Davis Schneider. 0-2, he swings and misses, and the Astros will win Game 4 by a final score of 4-2. So they get on the board. They don't get swept. Still a long journey ahead. You force a Game 5 here in Houston. On the next matchup, as you can see, player of the game goes to the rookie Joey Loperfido, who had that go-ahead double that gave the Astros the lead, and they never looked back. So that sets the stage now for Game 5. Now the Phillies lead 3-1. We're going to stay right here at Minute Maid Park, and if the Astros can win this one, then they force it to Philadelphia. But here in front of the home crowd, you can see a raucous packed crowd again. They don't want this to end if they're the Astros fans. They want to send it back to Philadelphia. On the mound for them, though, will be the righty Luis Garcia, who's had a rough postseason so far, 5.87 ERA through his 4 starts. Here's a look at the lineup for the Phillies going into this game. Turner, Marsh, Harper, Castellanos, Real, Muto, Stott, Bohm, Rojas, Sosa. Mixing up a little bit, putting Marsh now in the 2-hole spot, going up against a righty. As his Garcia will get through the first unscathed, as that's a 1-2-3 inning. On the mound for the Phillies will be the righty Aaron Nola, making his 5th start of the postseason. The veteran getting the call here to try to close the door. And here's a look at how the Astros will line up in this one. Same lineup that they just threw out in Game 4. We'll see if they can get it done here in the next one. As we go through the first 2 batters. Now, though, Chas McCormick in the second will strike out in a nice spot. So both pitchers settling in nicely as you go bottom 3rd now. A runner on first, and he'll steal second. So it puts the runner in scoring position. That's the rookie Loperfido again. But it doesn't matter what base he's on because Altuve will crush this one to center field. And that'll be the first runs of the game. Jose Altuve with a 2-run shot. And the Astros take the first lead of the ball game. 4th home run of the postseason for the former AL MVP. And Houston's out front first in this one. 2-0. Going to the top 5th now as runners on the corners, a big spot, and Garcia's looking good today. Gets through a jam there, so still 2-0. Bottom 6 now is Yordan Alvarez up at the plate, and he golfs this one to right center, and he's going to hit another home run. Almost the exact same spot as Game 4. Alvarez with a solo shot this time, his 7th home run of the postseason as he continues to swing the power bat here for the Stros. And, well, their lead will grow as it's now 3-0 in favor of Houston. Bottom 6 now. Nola still on the mound, by the way. Up over 100 pitches with 1 down. He'll go up a single to Tucker. Now, strangely, they keep him in the ball game. Runner now on second. 2 down for McMahon. And McMahon's going to rope this one deep right field. And it's going to play off of the wall. Run will score. And it's going to be an RBI double for McMahon as Nola stays in the game. And finally, that'll do it. But the Astros now lead 4-0. Dakota Hudson will be called in from the bullpen. But is it a little too late? You're down by 4. Next batter, Verdugo will pop up. So that will get through the 6th. But the Astros will double their lead. It's now 4-0. Top 7, look who's still on the mound. Garcia. Pitch 109, gets through the 7th. A gem of performance by Garcia. Steps up when needed. He comes into the 8th. He's not done. He's got one down, but Rojas will hit this one into right center. That'll split the outfielders. That's only the second hit of the day for the Phillies, as Rojas actually stretches it for 3. He wants the extra bag. That'll finally do it for Garcia, but you got to give him his flowers. 7 1/3, no earned. 2 hits given up. He is on the docket for that runner on third. But here comes the righty, Dylan Coleman, in relief for the Astros, trying to strand the runner as he strikes out Sosa. So now you need a base hit to drive Rojas home. It's going to be Trey Turner. 2-2. He swings and misses, and the Phillies stay scoreless. Coleman gets the final 2 outs of the inning. We'll go bottom 8 here. 1 out, down, 2 on, as Diaz will rip this one over to first. That would have ended the inning. But a nice effort there by Harper to at least keep it in the infield, and no run will score. Trying to keep it a 4-run deficit, but McMahon doesn't care. He rips this one through the left side of the infield. 1 run will score. Runner will stay at third. 5-0 Astros. Lead continuing to grow. Next batter, Verdugo. He's going to hit this one over to second base, and that will end the 8th. But now with a 5-run lead going to the 9th, it looks all but over. Hader will get the chance to close the door, and he will. 1-2-3 inning, and the Astros win Game 5, so it's 3-2 now in favor of Philadelphia, and this series will send back to the city of brotherly love. You can see the line score there. Just an absolute dominant performance from the Stros. Great pitching from Garcia. He gets player of the game because of it. 7 1/3, only 2 hits given up, and they force a Game 6 at least, staying alive in this series. So let's go ahead and switch over now to Philadelphia here at Citizens Bank Park. As you can see, a packed house here. Trying to see now the Phillies winning at home. Can they do it? Was this all an elaborate scheme to win the World Series in front of their home fans? I doubt it, but they are going to bust out their City Connects. They want to end it here. Ranger Suarez, the lefty, will get the nod for the Phillies, while for the Astros it will be the righty Lance McCullers going at it, trying to get his first win of the season and extend the series. We'll start off here at bottom second. 1 on for Bryson Stott, who golfs a curveball way out of here to right center. And this time the Phillies will get the scoring started. Not trying to waste any time off the 3rd home run of the postseason for Bryson Stott. 423, and that's just what the crowd needed to get into this one. Phillies out front first off the 2-run shot from Stott. It's 2-0. Top 3, the Astros trying to answer, as here's Tyler Whitaker at the dish, and he gets a nice sinker up high and hits it deep to center field, and that one's going to clear the fence. So Tyler Whitaker, who's not had a good postseason, only hitting 167, will hit this one, his first home run of the season. 430 dead center, and he will cut the lead in half. So a solo shot there makes it 2-1. I'll bring up the next batter and the top of the lineup. Jose Altuve, 2-2 to him, and he's going to rope this one to left, and just like that, the lead is evaporated. Back-to-back jacks for the Astros as Jose Altuve gets crushed to left field. His 5th home run of the season, as him and Alvarez just continue to just swing amazing bats for the Astros. He trots around the bases, and that 2-run shot from Stott is gone for nothing. It's now even at 2 apiece. So back to square one, bottom 5 now. Johan Rojas up at the plate, and he's going to hit this one down the third base line. Rojas has easily been the best offensive hitter for the Phillies here in the World Series, as he has a leadoff double. Next batter, Edmundo Sosa in the 9-hole spot. He's going to hit this one high and deep to left field. Alvarez back, and he's going to make the grab, but because he had to track it down on the run, it's going to allow Rojas to tag. So now you got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. And you got the top of the lineup. Trey Turner next, 3-2. A chopper over to third. That will score the run. You also got to worry about throwing out Turner, and you do. But the Phillies take a 3-2 lead thanks to some nice hitting. 2 batters later, Harper up at the plate, and he rips this one into right field on a hit and run. So that's going to be even more trouble. The Phillies, they don't want just 1 in this inning. They want to extend the lead. They get their 2-run lead right back. It's now 4-2. Harper trying to take third, and he does. Somehow gets in ahead of the throw. So now you got him on third base. Another hit brings home another run, and Castellanos wants 2. High and deep to left field. Alvarez at the track, just tall enough to bring it in. But the Phillies do get those 2 back. It's 4-2. Dakota Hudson now on the mound for the Phils here in the top of the 6th. Then McCormick's going to hit this one to right. And a wild dive from Castellanos allows the ball to get by him. He wasn't even close in that dive. Was that really necessary? I don't think so, because now you got a leadoff triple for the Astros for McCormick, just gifting them an opportunity. 2 batters later, Jake Myers will hit this one over to short, and it eats up Turner. So the second out of the inning would have been a sacrifice. Instead, it's an E6. Runner will score. It's 4-3, and the inning stays alive. This inning should be over now with 2 down, and Altuve is going to make the Phillies pay. Splitting the gap again, coming up clutch when needed, and he's going to give the Astros a lead, 5-4. So Altuve's tied the game up, and he's giving the Astros the lead in 2 hits today. Clutch right there. Craig Kimbrell, the former Athletic back in Philadelphia, he's tasked with the 7th inning. And, well, he's going to give up a solo shot to Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez continues to rake. That's 3 straight games of the home run. That one 431 to right. The 8th home run of the season. And just like that, the Astros have taken a 2-run lead. This one was just a 2-run lead in favor of the Phillies, and it's just turned on its head here. 6-4. Brian Abreu brought in, looking to close the door. He's a perfect 6 for 6. He's got 2 down now. Makes it a perfect. Well, actually, he doesn't yet. Strikes out or walks Rojas. After the walk to Rojas, trying to make it a perfect 7 for 7, and he will do just that. Sosa flies out to center field, and believe it or not, we're going to go to a Game 7. After being down 3-0 in the series, the Astros have brought it back to a do-or-die Game 7. The Phillies can't believe it, but they had to lead twice in this one and couldn't close it out. 6-4 is your score. Player of the game will go to Altuve. And yes, we're going to be right back here for Game 7. This is the longest this series could have gone. And of course it does, because it has been an exciting one. But who can take Game 7? If you win this trophy right here. If you lose, you go home empty-handed. It's all or nothing here at Minute Maid Park. It's all or nothing here at Citizens Bank Park in Game 7. It's been a wild series to get to this point, but it's the final game of the season. A packed house here trying to will the Phillies on. They're going to send Frankie Montas on the mound, while the Astros will give it to J.P. France. An interesting call here. Montas making his first start of the postseason, and France making only his second. So interesting call for both teams. We're going to start bottom 1 here. 1 on for Marsh, and he's going to slap this one into left field. And when your leadoff man is Trey Turner, a hit like that is going to score him. The Phillies waste no time today, scoring the first run of the day, 1-0. So Marsh gets the second base as well. Next batter, Harper, 2-2. Ripped down the first base line and fair, and the Phillies again will take a 2-0 lead. We saw that happen, though, in Game 6, as it didn't really matter. But Harper gets to second base, still nobody down. Now 2 down for Stott, who hits this one high and deep to right field with some carry, but not enough. But the Phillies do get 2 in the first. Bottom 2 now, 1 on at first for Trey Turner, who ropes a curveball into left field, and it's going to be off the glove of the diving left fielder. Good effort, but Turner will score another run, so it's 3-0 Phillies here. Turner also gets to second base. Inning stays alive. Next batter, Brandon Marsh, who ropes this one to right field, and that's going to clear the wall with ease. A 2-run shot for Brandon Marsh. It's 5-0 Phillies. I don't think they're very happy that this has lasted as long as it has, as they try to stamp this one early. 5-0 in favor of the Fightin' Phils. How about bottom 3? Realmuto with 1 down wants to add another. A solo shot off the bat of JT Realmuto, and it's 6-0 Phillies. This one turning into a blowout in Game 7. The Astros may have ran out of gas as they forced this one here. As you can see the celebration from former national teammates as well, Harper and Turner. 6-0 now, top 5. Montas on the other side of the mound is doing great work. He gets through 5 scoreless innings. As we go into the 6th now, Dakota Hudson comes in relief. Hasn't been the best we saw in his other appearance. He has 2 down, but 1 on, and Yainer Diaz, the Silver Slugger catcher, will rip this one to left. So the Astros will get on the board here off of the arm of Dakota Hudson. Interesting call again to pull out Montas. I know his pitch count was getting high, but he was pitching great. Hudson gives up a 2-run shot, and now it's 6-2 as the Astros work to chip into this lead. Top 7 now. Hudson still on the mound. 1 on again. And Altuve will rip another home run. Big hit after big hit after big hit from Jose Altuve this World Series. And just like that, it's now 6-4. You got to think. The Phillies starting to sweat. The Astros, they're not down and out until that final out of the game happens. It's 6-4 now. Bottom 8, though, the Phillies this time trying to answer. 2 on, nobody out. Bohm with a big hit will drive in a run. So the Phillies do get 1 back, 7-4. Runners still in the corners, nobody out. Now 1 down for Sosa as he will hit this one to right field as well. That's going to be another run. Phillies, they get 2 of them back. It's now 8-4. Turner now up next. 2 for 4 day from him. Make it 3 for 5. Hit into left field. That's going to score another. The Phillies doing all they can to ensure that this one doesn't get away from them. A 5-run lead once more, and that's got to be devastating. Now you got bases loaded. 2 out for Castellanos, but he strikes out. So could have added more, but you give a 5-run lead into the 9th. It's not a closing situation. But why not give it to your closer here in Game 7? Jose Alvarado brought out of the pen, trying to slam the door and slam this series shut. First batter he faces Ryan McMahon. Swing and miss on the low sinker. There's out number 1. Next up, Verdugo. A 1-2. He can't connect on the cutter. And just like that, the Phillies are 1 out away from winning the World Series. You can see the claps starting to come from the fans. They know they can almost taste a victory. Game comes down to Chas McCormick. 2-2 pitch to him. Now a full count. Alvarado will deal. A swing and a miss, and that will do it. The Phillies will win the World Series in 7. Wow, did this one get exciting. It should have never honestly got to this point, but congratulations to the Phillies. They close it out in 7. They could have easily doubted themselves going to this one, having a 3-0 lead and blowing it, but instead they clutch up when needed and win their first World Series title in 17 years as they take Game 7. That closes the books here. I know if you knew the results of this series, you didn't expect it to go out like this, so what a series it was. The Phillies have defeated the Astros. Taking a look at the awards, your World Series MVP is Johan Rojas. We'll get more on that in a second. Postseason, you got to give it to Alvarez. A great postseason for him. Johan Rojas will also get postseason MVP, so the young 24-year-old for the Phillies will get both postseason and World Series MVP. A great building block for the Phillies. And that'll do it for this one. We close the door on 2025 and get ready for 2026. Next episode will be the off-season or premiere live here on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to bring that one to you. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed and you've enjoyed this series so far. I cannot wait to get into year 3. But if you have enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.